everyone, and thank you for joining us tonight. I would like to start tonight off with a prayer, so please bow your head and close your eyes. Heavenly Father, we gather here tonight as your humble servants in celebration of the accomplishments that you have blessed us with. Thank you for this day, Lord. I pray that you continue to guide us and lead us down the road that you have paved for us. Be with us as we begin the journey that is now known as the rest of our lives. Without you, none of this would be possible. I pray that we have success in our future endeavors. In Jesus' name.
Y'all can be seated. Good evening. I'm Jan Martin. I'm the program director for this program. And one day I'm going to be retired. Yes. But we're here to celebrate 6 seniors that have surpassed all goals that are needed to accomplish graduation and sitting for their national certification exam. We laughed not too long ago about them being a class of first. The first was they failed clinical uniform day. We have specifics and we have guidelines, but unfortunately, they couldn't follow instructions on how to dress for clinic. Because one of their seniors said, well, Ms. Martin, where are the pictures of the students in their uniforms? I said, they failed uniform day. I wasn't going to be embarrassed. But the best part of their first is they're the first class to have passed a mock exam on the same day and all within 78 to 80 points. And all of them now are ready to be taking their certification exam in the next couple of weeks. But I would be remiss if I did not thank some people that are here. But we have some unsung heroes that are in our audience. And they are our clinical preceptors, our clinical instructors, our staff radiographers that work with our students every day. And these folks do not get paid. Technical College System of Georgia can't pay them. The only thing Matt and I can do is take them a box of donuts. Of course, some of them might be on a diet and they might not want a donut, or get pizza for lunch or something to show them how much they mean to us. Because sometimes words just fail us, and thank yous, just saying thank you is not enough. But I would like those of you that are our clinical preceptors, our registered radiographers that are working with students, and department managers to please stand. Yes, Cheryl, that's you too. These are our unsung heroes. These people are on the front line, working with students, working with patients every day. We can't do what we do without them. And the students are certainly shining for it. As a matter of fact, out of this class, 4 already have full-time jobs. 3 are already working full-time. And that's basically unheard of. So we want to celebrate them tonight and hope that you will enjoy it and celebrate along with us. Thank you.
It would be my pleasure to introduce our speaker for the evening, Tyrone Avery Acker. He attended Armstrong Atlantic State University, where he received both his bachelor's and his master's degree. During his time there, he received the Nycombe Award for Clinical Excellence. He was a member of the Armstrong Notable Alumni and held a 4.0 GPA. He began his career as a student tech at St. Joseph's Hospital, where he has remained ever since. During his career, he has held positions on the CEO Council, the Lift Smart team, and received various Smart Service awards. He began his teaching career as a clinical preceptor for Georgia Southern University and now teaches at Savannah Technical College. He was previously awarded Radiographer of the Year by Ogeechee and has published 2 works in the Journal of Radiologic Technology. Our speaker for the evening, Avery Acker.
Good evening, everyone. He stunned me by saying the whole name. I jumped. They usually don't know the first name in clinicals. To the administration, faculty members, the Penning class, family, and friends in attendance, I want to express my gratitude for being your speaker this evening. It is my hope that something I say resonates with you and stays with you. Usually, when I prepare a speech, I try to focus on a word or a phrase that sets the tone or creates the vibe for the entire moment. This evening, I choose the word bridge. There are situations in life that scare us, but also keeps us intrigued. We grow to respect that fear, not ignore it, but also work through it, push past it, and often overcome it. For me, one example involves my fear, yet fascination with tall bridges. I always am intrigued with the look and the structure and the engineering of them from afar, but with fear traveling across them. Growing up in West Savannah, it was common to see the Talmadge Bridge, both the old one and the current one, especially when we traveled downtown. You could see it from the end of my street. I remember my older brother taking my sister and me on a field trip across the current bridge when it opened in March of 1991. From that day through adulthood, my reaction to the bridge was the same, anxious but in awe. Fast forward to 2003. As a student in the Radiologic Sciences program, I was informed that my next clinical assignment would be in Beaufort, South Carolina. Being unfamiliar with the location of the hospital there, I wanted to take a trip to the place before my clinical semester began. I traveled across the Talmadge Bridge and the Back River Bridge to get into South Carolina, as well as 2 other bridges en route to Beaufort. Imagine my fear. I remember one bridge was in the process of being updated with new construction, during which traffic would be at a standstill sometimes as cranes and bulldozers impacted traffic. Again, imagine my fear. Nonetheless, I courageously traveled there and back 5 days a week for 7 weeks to complete my assignment. Over the years, I have learned to appreciate the significance of bridges, both literally and figuratively. See, life itself is a series of bridges, full of moments of ascension, existing at your peak, and adjusting along your descent. So today, I hope to express a few points to you that will help you in your journey as a new radiologic technologist and see your own bridge moments. So why was I so scared of bridges? Perhaps it was the extensive height or the large body of water beneath them, but there was another reason, the ascension of the bridge, which leads me to my first point. Class, I want you to approach your ascension with audacity, even if it's intimidating. Now, audacity can have a good and bad meaning, but when viewed in the positive, it simply means having the willingness to take bold risks. When traveling up a tall bridge like the Talmadge, not being able to see the other side right away was a problem for me. This isn't a road where visibility is always clear. Furthermore, even when you know what is to exist on the other side, the ability to see it is reassuring. The level of uncertainty diminishes. When you were once trying to decide on a major, a career path, you explored with wonder upon this field of radiology. You thought to yourself that the journey would be adventurous and exciting. You may not have known every single detail, bare minimums, but you were eager to begin nonetheless. Now, you will embrace the newness of a location, an occupation, and coworkers. Even as you attain years and status in your profession, you will be faced with many ascending moments, learning curves as technology advances, as protocols change, or as equipment is upgraded. Some moments may feel like they are larger than life, but remember to be bold and daring in your spirit, put your best foot forward, and walk into these moments. The second point I want to leave with you is to embrace and celebrate your peak moments. Whenever my father or my brother would take us across a bridge, I would look out the window to view things like the river, the boats and the ships, the ports, the tall buildings downtown, etc. And this aerial view was pretty to see. But the perception as a little child in the back seat is different from that as an adult driver in the front seat. As a driver, you focus on your lane, the traffic, and simply making it to the other side safely. Occasionally, you might catch a quick glance of the beauty that surrounds you, but not long. When you were recently rotating through clinical sites, there would be a sense of accomplishment every time you added another competency to your list. I remember some of your expressions as you announced, "I just got my hand competency." Yeah, that was you. The joy now can still exist as a professional when you take the time to celebrate even your small victories. Take a moment to appreciate the scenery of your new role, just as a passenger would admire the scenery while on a bridge. This is your bridge moment. And while it is safe advice to stay driven and focused on your lane, you can also admire yourself in the moment, acknowledge your sense of wonder about things in your current working environment, and aspire to become more. Lastly, there is dissension. Not to be viewed as a decline, but rather knowing that just as one road ends, another one begins. You are now descending off the bridge of classroom instruction, competency forms, clinical evaluations, your student clinical attire, and so on. As you drive ahead into this new state, new area, new realm of life, you can look back in the rearview mirror and say to yourself, "I did it." Your aspiration may lead to new opportunities to grow the profession, to explore other modalities, or even teach and lead those who are just approaching the bridge you have just traveled. They may be too afraid to cross it alone. At that moment, I hope that you rely on fascination, motivation, and inspiration to travel back across yourself and guide them past their fear to hopefully reach this day and this moment. Congratulations to you all. Job well done. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm so honored to present our Clinical Instructor of the Year. This award was voted upon us as a class. Everyone that had the opportunity to work with her agrees she played a major role in their clinical education. She understands how much material we are required to learn and how stressful it can be. She is passionate about teaching students what can't be read in a textbook. She is a true leader that strives for excellence. The Super Six proudly presents Clinical Instructor of the Year to Mickey Cheatham from Candler Hospital.
I will be introducing the Clinical Radiographer of the Year. This is also one that was a class decision that we all got to vote on. We were told prior to starting clinic that you will meet some really good people and you will meet some really great people that you wish you could clone and have one at every clinic site. This person is for sure one that you wish you could clone. I had the pleasure of working with her in clinic, and my entire experience was great. She always cared to make sure I understood everything we were doing. She is a very patient and kind person to work with, and I think all 6 of us can agree that that means the most to a student. I'm very grateful I got the opportunity to work with her, and so congratulations to our Radiographer of the Year, Amber Rivera.
My clothes, I just got off work.
You need to expect that. So good evening, everyone. I have the distinct honor each year and privilege of announcing the Student of the Year Award. This is an award that's voted on by the clinical staff from our 15 or so clinical sites. Their votes represent the student that has demonstrated dedication, initiative, and an attitude of team spirit within the clinical environment. As faculty members constantly remind them, they are always being evaluated by their soon-to-be peers in regards to their performance in the clinical setting and their ability to problem solve. This award is a direct reflection on those abilities. The recipient of this award has performed well in the clinical setting and is considered to be a team player by clinical instructors and staff radiographers, as well as program faculty. So this year we had an uncommon issue arise. We had a tie. And even asking for additional votes, it still was a tie. So, without further ado, it's truly an honor and a privilege to present the Spring 2022 Students of the Year Award, first to Ms. Kelsey King. And the second one, Ms. Grayson Tillman.
Julie Black. Emily Boswell. Madison Coleman.
Kelsey King. Timothy Schultz. Grayson Tillman. The class of 2022.
I got so excited about getting a pen that I forgot that we've got one more award. I need a drink. We always acknowledge the student with academic excellence. This is the student that has kept a high enough GPA and has surpassed everyone in their class. And we want to present this award to the student that has a graduating GPA of 3.96, which is very hard to come by. So the JRC-ERT, our accrediting agency, gives an award for academic excellence to Madison Coleman.
Once again, we want to thank you all for coming out, all the support that you've shown these students throughout the past year and a half. It's been a long journey, and I know they're glad to see it come to a close. So please enjoy this PowerPoint presentation that the students put together to showcase some of their time in the program.